eyes plucked. The people during the end times of the 1260 days who do not listen to the call to come to the wilderness will receive the plagues upon them. And many of them, during the plagues, they'll even try to pluck out their eyes and trying to be spared. Eyes will be removed. Tongues will be removed. Even the people that defied the commandment not to take the mark of the beast will have their hands chopped off with an axe, their right hand, in order that they might be spared. Matthew chapter 5, verse 29 through 30. And if thy right eye offend thee, pluck it out, and cast it from thee. For it is profitable for thee that one of thy members should perish, and not that thy whole body should be cast into hell. And if thy right hand offend thee, cut it off, and cast it from thee. For it is profitable for thee that one of thy members should perish, and not that thy whole body should be cast into hell. Christ warns that if your eyes cause you to offend, that you should pluck it out. And if your hand causes you to offend, that you should chop it off. And during the 1260 days, the people will have plagues on their eyes, their tongues. And because they've disobeyed the command to not take the mark of the beast, they will end up having the boils on them, and they will want to cut off their right hand in trying to escape the wrath in their right hand. Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Many will come and try to get their right hands chopped off in order that they may be spared, to prevent their body from going into the fire. Many will chop off their right hands. And the plagues will come upon their eyes and their tongues because of things that they have been doing. Their tongues and their eyes will be plagued. And they will receive the plagues for their right hand's offense, and they'll try to chop it off to spare them the fire of hell. And yes, even their tongues will set the course of their future to the lake of fire because they spoke against the Lord and his anointed. Many right hands will try to be chopped off. And those curses and those plagues will come upon the eyes and the tongues as well because of their offenses. They speak against the Lord's prophets and against the Most High. They blaspheme his name, who brought those plagues upon them. And yes, even their little tongue that gets cursed sets the course of their future to the fire. They'll be needing of those tongues in order that they escape that wrath. James chapter 3, verse 5 and 6. Even so the tongue is a little member, and boasteth great things. Behold, how great a matter a little fire kindleth. And the tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity. So is the tongue among our members, that it defileth the whole body, and setteth on fire the course of nature, and it is set on fire of hell. Their blasphemy, their idolatry, looking upon the image of the beast, their temptation through the lust of the eyes. These things will bring the curses upon their eyes and their tongues, their blasphemies in which they speak. Solar flare and radiation burns of the eyes and the mouth from nuclear radiation and the solar flare. Their blasphemies they speak and the things that they look upon with the image of the beast. Looking at the solar flare and the radiation flash, and the radiation burns, and this ultraviolet radiation burns as their tongues and their eyes rot in their sockets and their mouths with necrosis in their tongues, and they'll beg for people to cut it out. Revelation chapter 16, verse 8 and 9. And the fourth angel poured out his vial upon the sun, and power was given unto him to scorch men with fire. And men were scorched with great heat, and blasphemed the name of God, which hath power over these plagues, and they repented not to give him glory. They will chew on their tongues as necrosis sets in on their tongue, wanting to cut it out. Looking to cut it out because they opened their mouth. And every idle word that you've spoken, you will give an account on that day of judgment. Yes, it's written. And you evil vipers with your forked tongue that speak lies, you will see the punishment on that tongue, the judgment for your blasphemies and your lies that you speak, and accusations that you've been used by the serpent to speak on his behalf, the accusers of the brethren. you will see that wrath and that punishment on your tongue. And you will beg to have it cut out in order that you may escape the hellfire that awaits you. Revelation chapter 16, verse 10 and 11. And the fifth angel poured out his vial upon the seat of the beast, and his kingdom was full of darkness, and they gnawed their tongues for pain, and blasphemed the God of heaven because of their pains and their sores, and repented not of their deeds. Is it not warned about your eyes and your tongues? Has it not been clear, and since the foundation of the Scriptures, that you've been given by the apostles and the prophets, that you should guard that tongue? These things you ought not say, you do, and you speak, you go online and say all these things, you're gonna suffer. You're gonna suffer the wrath of God for that tongue, that little member that you allowed to speak on your behalf. It's going to set the course of your fire. Zechariah chapter 14, verse 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord shall smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. Their tongues will be rotting in their mouth. You'll want to cut it out. You'll beg for it to be cut out. You'll gnash at your teeth and chew on your tongue as it's rotting from necrosis in your mouth. You didn't listen. You don't heed the warning of the prophet. And you mock and you scoff with that little member. Vipers and your little forked tongues. You'll see that forked tongue. We'll see how powerful your tongue is as you see the tongue of fire come forth and bring forth the plagues on your little tongue and your member and set you ablaze. James chapter 3, verse 5 and 6. Even so the tongue is a little member, and boasteth great things. Behold, how great a matter a little fire kindleth. And the tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity. So is the tongue among our members, that it defileth the whole body, and setteth on fire the course of nature, and it is set on fire of hell. Do you not see it says it boasteth of great things? And you follow the beast. What does he say? Revelation chapter 13. And a great mouth was given unto him, speaking great things and blasphemies. His whole kingdom and everybody that follows after his suit will have their tongues rotting with the plagues that are given unto them as a judgment for their blasphemies and their lies. Matthew chapter 5, verse 29 talks about the eyes. The plagues of the eyes mentioned in Zechariah chapter 14, verse 12. And if they write, I offend thee, pluck it out and cast it from thee. For it is profitable for thee that one of thy members should perish, and not thy whole body should be cast into hell. Are not the eyes warned about? Zechariah chapter 14, verse 12. It says that the eyes will rot in the sockets, be consumed in their holes. You'll want to pluck it out. The part of the plague comes upon you. Zechariah 14:12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord shall smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet. The rotting of the flesh from radiation burns from nuclear flashes and the solar flare. Skin falling off. Great grievous sores from those who had the mark of the beast. And those who looked upon his image. And those who speak against the prophets of the Most High and blaspheme his name, of the one who is in the tabernacle of God in heaven, and those who dwell in heaven, mocking. The heavens have been closed over you. And the plague of the curse on your eyes and your flesh and your tongue. You will seethe. You will seethe and blaspheme and continue in your unrepentant ways, because you know better than the Most High. You know better than the prophets of the Lord. You know better than the Scriptures. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. And if thy right eye offend thee, pluck it out, and cast it from thee. For it is profitable for thee that one of thy members should perish, and not thy whole body should be cast into hell. Many will try to pluck out their eyes on that day and beg people to pluck them out as they rot in their eye sockets. It's written. And you will suffer the wrath if you do not listen to the call to come and repent and keep the commandments of God. you will see these plagues. It is written. And this is the prophecy of the eyes plucked out.